There are three kinds of presentations. You can be shy.
The power of video game music. Since the beginning of the media, music and video games had been growing and changing side to side with the pass of time. From the simplistic but memorable 8-bit songs to the outstanding and now favorite instrumental soundtracks. And that would only be scratching the mere surface of what video game music is today. Musical composition on this medium has always been something that the users had considered memorable musical pieces, not only for their capacity of creating emblematic melodies, but for making their users recognize their tunes almost immediately when they hear it, such as the example of the always the power video game music classic Super Mario Bros. Theme. To the new but now iconic and unforgettable Last of Us main theme. Music from video games not only became iconic musical pieces, but also makes the overall experience something more memorable. From the dialogues to the gameplay, a good music piece can change how the player perceives those scenes or the gaming experience. Soundtracks had come a long way from the beginning, since back in the day consoles were only capable of recognizing 3 musical notes. So composers need it to be creative, which is something that is not longer a problem since technological advancements has allowed to make music composers to make more freedom on which music they want to include in the game. Thanks to that, we can enjoy better experience, and we can only hope that video game music will be able to get better with the pass of time.
Confident.
Since the beginning of the media, music and video games have been growing and changing side to side with the pass of time, from the simplistic but memorable 8-bit songs to the outstanding and now favorite instrumental soundtracks, and that will only be scratching the mere surface of what video game music is today. Musical composition in this medium has always been something that their users had considered memorable music pieces, not only for their capacity of creating emblematic melodies, but for making their users recognize their tunes almost immediately when they hear it, such as the examples of always classic Super Mario Bros. Theme. To the new but iconic and unforgettable The Last of Us main theme. Music from video games not only became iconic musical pieces, but also makes the overall experience something much memorable. From the dialogues to the gameplay, a good musical piece can change how the player perceives those scenes on their gaming experience. Soundtracks had come a long way from the beginning, since back in the day consoles were only capable of recognizing 3 musical notes, so composers need to be creative, which is something that is not longer a problem, since technological advancement has allowed to make music composers to have more freedom on which music they want to include in the game. Thanks to that, we can enjoy a better experience, and we can only hope that the video game music will be able to get better with the pass of time.
Or overconfident.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for accompanying me today in this presentation. Since the beginning of the media, Music and video games had been growing and changing side to side with the pass of time. From the simplistic but always memorable 8-bit songs to the outstanding and now favorite instrumental music. And that will only be scratching the surface of what video game music is today. Musical composition on this medium have always been something that their users had considered memorable musical pieces, but not only for their capacity of creating emblematic melodies, but for them making their users recognize their tune almost immediately when they hear it, such as the examples of the always classic Super Mario Bros. Theme, to the new but now iconic and unforgettable Last of Us theme. Music from video games not only became iconic musical pieces, but also makes the overall experience something more memorable. From the dialogues to the gameplay, a good musical piece can shape how the player perceives those scenes, or the gaming experience. Soundtracks had come a long way. From the beginning, since back in the day, consoles were only capable of recognizing only 3 musical notes, so composers needed to be creative, which is something that is no longer a problem, since technological advancement has allowed it to make music composers to have more freedom on which music they want to include in the game. Thanks to that, we can enjoy a better experience, and we can only hope that video game music will be able to get better with the pass of time. Thank you for listening.